Give the red light a try to see if it worked, but Hamilton with a 3-1 lead right now, and oh so close to 4. Saad shot his block, follows it up, and nice save made by Meyer.
Meyer just seeing the puck real well, even through some screens and traffic tonight.
Back to the line. Clendening sets it up, and Leddy's shot was deflected wide. This Rockford team has got a lot of fight and a lot of scoring in them, and they've got the pressure on now. Saad now chasing Tenorti, and Tenorti couldn't clear. Leddy will keep it in. He'll jump right into the rush. Centered out front, tipped by Kroger. Loose just at the lip of the crease and poked away. Back to the line for Clendening. Tees one up, and it deflected just wide.
Fortunate bounce there for Hamilton as that puck just skips by Robert Meyer.
Here's Saad. Angle is sharp, so he goes to Smith, and Meyer robs him. Leddy with a one-timer. Great save made by Meyer. Brandon Saad again knocked away by DeSantis, and DeSantis, he can't clear. Still the pressure applied by Rockford. And now DeSantis finally with an opportunity to relieve the pressure, just gets it to center as Hamilton desperately gets some fresh bodies on the ice. Stortini almost caused a too many men on the ice penalty.
Great sequence by Rockford, but Robert Meyer, 3 quality stops in a row. Keep it 3-1.
Lalonde is getting pressured by Stortini. Forche shot is blocked. Paradis, kind of a blind reverse pass behind Hayes, and Saint-Denis stepped up. Lalonde pokes it forward. Opportunity for St. Pierre. Shot was deflected by Commodore. Out of play for a whistle. 3:55 to go in the third period.
Mike Commodore plays the most dangerous Rockford Ice Hog. Marty St. Pierre well there on the one-on-one after Hamilton got caught a little bit in the neutral zone, and next thing you know, Marty St. Pierre is dancing towards the Hamilton net, and a good sequence there by Robert Meyer, who's been pretty darn solid, stopping 32 of 33 shots so far with just under 4 minutes to play.
It'll be St. Pierre, the captain, on the draw with Olivier Forche. Saint-Denis will grab the loose puck. Can't clear. Hayes blocked it. Paradis centered one out front. Pinball's off his skate right back to the line for Lalonde. He slides one across. Kind of fanning on it as he sent it down low was Dahlbeck.
St. Pierre getting double shifted.
Dahlbeck shot, and Hayes had put his big body out front. Big hit as Forche was knocked down. Hamilton finally able to clear. Again, good siege by Rockford. Lead pass picked off in the middle. Forche had his stick lifted by St. Pierre. It was shot in by Gallagher.
Good offensive team, Rockford. 9th in the American Hockey League in goals scored coming in tonight's game. Just over 3.12 goals per game.
Puck bouncing around near the blue line, and it's picked up. Holland will roll one in, and Blunden in on the forecheck against Leddy. Here's Gallagher. Leddy will locate the loose puck. And now it'll be broken out as a couple of opportunities for Bollig to move it. Stolen though, Holland driving the net, and Leddy just got a piece of the puck and knocked it away. Picked up, there's a shot that's deflected wide by Gallagher. Now it's Hamilton's turn to apply the pressure. Precious time ticking away for Rockford though. 2:25 and running, and Hamilton leads 3-1.
Have to watch Alec Richards to see if he leaves the Rockford net the next. There he goes.
So Rockford will pull the goalie early as Beach gets hammered.
Nope. Back he goes.
He had made a move towards the bench, but then realized that the zone might have been cleared, so he scurried back, and now he's looking to go to the bench again. And it gets tipped out of play. 2:04 left to go. Goalie to the bench with a lot of time left.
Well, Alec Richards is the backup goaltender for Rockford. Carter Hutton had played most of the games for them, but they're going into Toronto tomorrow afternoon, perhaps holding Hutton back for that game. Richards was pretty good tonight. Now he's back into the net with this face-off in the neutral zone. Would expect if Rockford wins it, he will be out of there.
Last appearance was December the 9th. 4-2 loss to Grand Rapids.
Yeah, Hutton's played real well of late for them.
Here's Smith shooting it in, and again to the bench goes Richards to get the extra attacker on. Shot, Dalbec chipped towards the net, and boy, pinball off a couple of bodies, but Meyer was able to grab it and hold on.
Chris Kruger was just sitting there on the back side of that play, waiting for that puck to pop loose, but it did not. So certainly plenty of time for Rockford with 97 seconds to play here, Steve. An offensive zone draw. Now we've got a timeout called. Let's tell you how we got here. 1:53 of the first period. Ben Smith scored for Rockford, his 14th of the year, to give the Ice Hogs a 1-0 lead. And then 19:59 of the first, Patrick Holland, his 4th of the year, tied it for Hamilton on a play that that puck may or may not have beat the green buzzer, but regardless, it was ruled a good goal. And then 17-11, Gabriel Dumont, 10th of the season on the power play, made it 2-1 Hamilton. And then 5:51 here in the third, Olivier Fortier, his first goal of the season, has given Hamilton a 3-1 lead. And that's where we stand. Gabriel Dumont with a couple of points tonight, a goal and an assist. But other than that, pretty balanced effort as 8 different Dogs are on the score sheet.
The video evidence that we got from our great Cable 14 production crew here seemed to indicate that puck maybe a hair after the buzzer, but it was a real tough one for the referee to
we
call.
watched it in slow-mo about 4 times before you and I
figured it out.
We all got to that determination with the help of the Eagle Eyes in the truck.
St. Pierre Dumont, important face-off. Clean face-off win, and then St. Pierre took a cuff in the face. Wraparound opportunity by Kroger. Letty will pinch in. Kroger down low. Sod out front. Kroger couldn't get him the puck. Instead goes to Letty. Angle might be too sharp to shoot it. Letty with the puck out front for Sod. Gets inside. Drops one off for Clendenning. He rolls one down low. There's an opportunity for Smith, and Meyer there to step up again and make the save and hold on.
Boy, this Rockford team moves that puck around smoothly, don't they, Steve? Some creativity, some touch passes, and Robert Meyer had to be alert there to anticipate. And he's done that a number of times here tonight. He's anticipated that play so well. He's been very sound in his positioning. And there you see him right there, sliding across to make that stop on Ben Smith. Now we see one more change. Fortier heads off.
Smith and Bourneval on the draw. And the 2 players are jousting before the puck is dropped. Kroger gets an opportunity, shot one wide. Sod giving chase. Gets in front of Dumont. Back to the line it goes. Shot doesn't get through from Letty. Another one goes wide. Smith behind the net. Center one out front, and Sod fanned on it. The net is empty for Hamilton as we go inside, a minute to go, but Blunden just relieved the pressure.
Smart play by Blunden. You know, that open net can be so tempting, but he just made that play to get the puck out of the zone.
St. Pierre will send one in. Icing is waved off. Sod will block one. Pass was behind Kroger. Letty beyond a diving Dumont. Back to the line it goes, and St. Pierre's shot was deflected high and wide. Sod looking for it. Letty, just 30 seconds left to go in the third period. Hamilton that close to breaking off this 3-game losing streak. Clendenning, shot. That one doesn't get through, blocked in front. There they go, an opportunity, and boy, Smith, point blank rifle one high and wide. 10 seconds to go. Empty net is there for Dumont, and it was blocked. All academic at this point. Crowd starts to applaud their Hamilton Bulldogs. Goalless for 3 games, and just one more face-off away from the 2 points. And more importantly, a confidence boost.
Well, this Dogs team was 7-0 when leading after 2 periods. Looks like they're going to stretch it out to 8-0, and in the process earn their 12th win of the season. And we'll see tomorrow night if they can stretch together back-to-back. But let's get this one finished for the books first, Steve.
And Hamilton, in the midst of a 1-7-0-1 stretch, will gladly take the glory and the 2 points here as the siren goes. Hamilton Bulldogs break off a 3-game losing streak. They break off a 3-game goalless streak. They break off 0 for 35 on the power play, so everybody's in a good mood here in Hamilton tonight. Norm?
And square their record in 2013, the Dogs, as they lost on Wednesday night against the Toronto Marlies, a 6-0 contest, and a nice turnaround for Hamilton after being outscored 12-0 in their last 3 games. As you mentioned, Stephen, that 3-game losing streak, but they rallied tonight. Robert Meyer made all the stops he needed to over the last 58 minutes and 7 seconds of this game, stopping 35 out of the 36 shots he faced tonight. Some wonderful anticipation with the dog netminder.
And Mike, I know you're down there on the concourse level. That sound you're hearing is a collective sigh of relief by the Hamilton fans.
It certainly is, and Norm, you alluded to it during the game. Boy, the Dogs came out flat-footed, and as soon as Ben Smith scored that first goal, a drought might not be ended, but all of a sudden, hey, Patrick Holland, as we see some of these goals come in here, guys, what a relief. Again, our cameras show that maybe not, but hey, the officials say it is. That's all that matters. 2-1, and next thing you know, we're up 3-1. You touched on Robert Meyer. Guys, really impressed with how he stood tall. Defense wasn't there all for him because so many more shots. Robert Meyer, I give him the star of the game on the Cable 14 side, boys.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment, Mike. Meyer was solid when he had to be, particularly in that early going when Hamilton was really off to a rough start, and you had to know with a team coming in with some fragile confidence that they needed their goaltender at that point in time, and Robert Meyer was there at the stops when he needed to be, as we had mentioned. One point, Hamilton was being outshot 7-1 and was really flat-footed, but they recovered, they battled through it. You know what, when you play at this level, sometimes you just got to hang in there on nights like tonight until the game starts to turn in your favor.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, isn't it? I believe is the phrase. And Mike, there were several times as we see some of Meyer's fine work that Rockford really had Hamilton pinned in their own zone for 45 seconds, almost a minute, created a number of opportunities. You need your goaltender to be the backbone, and Robert Meyer certainly was.
Yeah, give the Bulldogs credit, and a well-deserved 2 points. Still doesn't take them out of the basement of the AHL yet, but you know what? This might be a little bit of momentum, and of course, as we alluded to, tomorrow night, right here at Cobbs Coliseum, 7 o'clock, the Lake Erie Monsters make their way into Cobbs Coliseum. Something for Sylvan and the coaching staff to build upon with this young Bulldogs team, right, boys?
I think so, and this is a team that, you know, if they're going to get back into the hunt, or even just get themselves feeling, you know, building some confidence. Absolutely. This they need to go on a bit of a run. I know it's stating a bit of the obvious when you're last in the American Hockey League coming into the game, and still after tonight's win. And what better place and time to start than tomorrow night again on home ice against a division and a conference rival in the Lake Erie Monsters.
And Mike, you can now turn the page on the goal streak, you turn the page on the power play drought, and you can really focus on hockey. And you also turn the page on this game now because you know you've got an important game coming up in less than 24 hours at home against Lake Erie.
That is right. Lake Erie makes their way into Cobbs Coliseum tomorrow night. As for the Ice Hogs, they travel to Toronto to take on the Marlies. Boys, this has been a lot of fun. Steve, great working with you. Mr. Miller, always a pleasure, my friend. You
Thanks,
guys
Mike.
have all been watching the AHL right here on Cable 14. One more time, your Hamilton Bulldogs walk away with a 3-1 victory over the Ice Hogs. Thanks for tuning in to the AHL right here on Cable 14. Folks, we'll see you February the 1st next time as the Bulldogs take on the Grand Rapids Griffins. Until then, folks, good night from Hamilton.